Welcome back, Know It Alls. Thanks for listening to the show. And as always, give us some feedback about what we are doing so we can make sure you're having a good time listening to us.
I'm recording now. Does that
There
count?
we are. Oh,
Hey, everyone. You just missed a conversation where we continued talking about the Old Country Buffet,
hello.
which
That's right.
was probably 5 or 6 episodes ago. So if you're on top of your shit and you're paying attention and you remember everything we talk about, Old Country Buffet. There's still a couple in Washington and Idaho, I think.
And we vow to go there with the exuberance of Harold and Kumar
Yeah, hopefully
looking
with
for White Castle.
even half of the adventure, I would be happy with.
I could make it an adventure.
Oh man, their adventure was phenomenal.
It was.
Do you remember the first time you watched Harold and Kumar?
I do because it was interesting. I was like first getting to know my future wife there, and I remember we were at Metrotown, and she was telling me all about this Harold and Kumar go to White, and I didn't even know what White Castle was,
Okay.
so I didn't know what she was talking about, and then I finally saw it, and what a fantastic movie!
I remember watching an Abbotsford at the theater that was attached to, I guess, where Boston Pizza and A&W are on.
It's a gym now.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So I remember we walked out of there. There was a bunch of us from work that watched it, and I was just mesmerized by the hilarity. Like it was a fucking awesome road trip movie with two guys that I cannot relate to because I don't smoke weed. So
Uh,
I don't get that aspect of their life, but everything else just like clicked for me.
yeah, sure.
Right? And when I got out, I went home, got on the computer because we didn't have smartphones back then, so I had like a Motorola flip phone, so I
Yeah,
wasn't able to Google shit. I had to wait till I got home, get on the computer, and I Googled White Castle, and I was like, oh, 45-hour drive. Let's see here.
that ain't happening.
Yeah, Minneapolis, Minnesota was the closest one,
Oh wow,
and the most golden thing about that is I had a GI Joe convention in 2005.
you
That
had
was
one or you went to one?
Well, I went to one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hosted it at my house.
you
No one showed
hosted
up.
a convention.
Oh, I didn't plan for anything. I didn't have enough boardrooms. I didn't have any like badges made, no catering, no and
Ran out of
I
water in 10 minutes.
yeah. But I ended up actually going to the White Castle that I Googled because I was going to a convention in Minneapolis and I was like, holy fuck, I need to go to White Castle. That's where the closest one is.
And it sucked ass.
It sucked ass.
Gross.
It was
Awful
so
burgers.
fucking disgusting.
Ugh.
And the crinkle cut fries were the best part, and you know those come out of a bag from McCain. They're just crinkle
Yeah,
cut fries.
yeah. Not like Shake Shack had like fancy homemade kind of fries. I don't know if they were homemade, but they were much
Well,
tastier than your average crinkle cut.
yeah, they're gonna be like Five Guys, right? Just like a regular potato through a machine. You have the skins, it goes in water, you throw it in the deep fryer, they season it up, and you're fucking happy. None of
And
that.
they fry it twice, I believe. It's the
Ooh,
twice fry that does it.
so they fry it? Do they like batter it after? Like, do they
No,
flour it up?
they fry them at like 325 and
Yeah.
then most of the way cooked. And then they flash fry them at the last second at 375. And now
Huh.
we're talking crispy on the outside and golden and fluffy on the inside.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Delicious.
Everybody should
So
make their
good.
fries like that.
If only.
Doesn't it make sense to you? Like, what are these people? What's their holdout? They're like, well, we don't have the extra minute. Like,
It's easier to bring it in frozen.
what's your fucking holdout, honestly?
Yeah, I don't get it. There's a lot of potatoes out there.
Yeah. Hmm. So yeah, that's White Castle,
That's
and that's
White
Harold and
Castle.
Kumar. It's
And
weird to
that's Harold and Kumar.
think of stuff in your life that you remember exactly where you were and what you were thinking when it happened, and it lives with you for fucking forever. Like
That's
that,
how you know it's important and like it made an impact.
the Harold and Kumar movie made an impact on me.
Yeah, it made an impact on me.
Yeah. I don't remember where I was the on when I saw the second one. Not a clue. I love it more than I like the first. I really
Oh,
do.
really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
When they get out of
No.
Guantanamo Bay, I fucking love it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Cock meat sandwich.
Extra mayo. But
That's
yeah,
funny shit.
I don't remember it at all. But yeah, I thought it was a better movie. But yeah, I definitely remember where I was with Harold and Kumar, among other things in my life that I remember for either good or bad reasons.
Hmm. I can't think of any specific examples.
No, I guess we'd have to be talking about it, right? And the
Yeah,
subject would have to come up. You're like, holy fuck, I remember where I was when that happened, or I remember
yeah,
where I was when I
exactly.
thought that.
Exactly.
It's gonna be hard to go through your memory bank and think of all the stuff that,
Pluck something.
right? Oh, this was super important. No, no, it wasn't.
No, just another movie.
I remember where I was when I found a certain G.I. Joe toy. Like this is kind of stupid. And the only reason I remember is because people online are assholes. So I was driving like I normally did from Abbotsford down to Seattle, like on a weekly basis,
Okay.
stopping at all the Target, Toys R Us, Walmarts, all the shit to buy G.I. Joe toys. And I saw this one figure that hadn't been released yet. Everybody online was talking about it. You'd see pictures from Hasbro, what it's going to look like. Nobody knows when they're coming out. I see it on a shelf at a Walmart and I just
Okay.
grab it. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. So I bought like four of them. I was like, this is awesome. And then, they were,
For the same one.
well, the thing is, it was a double pack and it had a troop builder in it. So it had like a G.I. Joe character who's like a single person. And then it had
Okay.
a faceless, like a stormtrooper type thing in the other one.
They were lovers.
Well, that's how I played with them, but I don't think they actually were. I mean, to this day, I still play with them as if they were lovers.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I bought, four of them. And I don't remember the name of the town, but I could tell you where, I think in Everett.
Oh yeah.
I could drive by it and tell you which Walmart it was, but I don't remember which name of the town it is. But
Just off the I-5 there somewhere.
yeah, I don't think the Walmart's there anymore. The last time I was there, I think they built a new Walmart somewhere in the central part of town instead of just
Okay.
off the highway. So it's on the left. You know when you're driving down to oh anyway, sorry. When I bought it and I got home that night, I went on to the G.I. Joe forum and I was like, "Hey, I found these figures." And
I got four.
everybody called me a lying piece of shit. Like, "Oh, pictures it didn't happen. Fuck you, it's not out yet." I'm like, "Why are you so angry, dude? It's a toy." Like you're angry at me because I said I found it. This should give you hope to go out looking for it tomorrow. You shouldn't be angry at me. You should be like, oh
No.
shit, is it out? I'm gonna go toy hunting tomorrow. But yeah, they just like fucking ragged on me. I was like, I'm not even gonna take a picture and upload it. Fuck you. I was very, very angry.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad you didn't show it to them. Be like,
No.
yeah, fine, fuck you.
Yeah, that's why it struck a nerve. But I think you might recognize the town because you've driven down to Seattle a few times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're driving through a town, probably an hour and a half outside of like Abbotsford or across the border. There's like a bridge you go under, a small, old school like brick bridge, and I think it's a train
Okay.
bridge. It's a very, very, very short. I don't know.
Hmm. I don't know either.
I've taken many
I'm
pictures there
sure I've
because
been past it though.
the bridge looks
Sorry.
very, very cool, and I've taken many pictures of it because it's usually misty in the area because it's the Pacific Northwest, so there's a lot of mist.
Always.
And sometimes driving home at night, the moon lights up the mist, which like shows the parts of the train bridge that are just like the not the brick parts, like the middle. It looks gothic. I think that's the best way
Hmm.
for me to describe it. Like a gothic train bridge. And it's the Walmart to the left after that, like 5 minutes down the road.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, stuff like that just sticks in your head. One was a good
Yeah.
experience, and one was a bunch of guys online who are like my friends from G.I. Joe conventions calling me a piece of shit because I said I found something. It's just why?
So,
Why?
what did you do with those 4 packs of Joes?
Well, I took the bad guy, the Cobra out, and I built a little army with those four, and then I kept one of the G.I. Joes, and then I sold the other three that were all the same.
Gotcha. Hmm.
Yep. That's how we call ourselves troop builders. So
Yeah.
we will buy all the troops we can find so we can have these massive armies. It's really stupid, especially when they partner it with a single character. Can you imagine buying a Stormtrooper pack on one and an Emperor? So it's a double pack. You get the Emperor and a Stormtrooper, but you want 50 Stormtroopers. So you buy 50 of those packs, and now you're stuck with 50 fucking Emperor toys.
Good thing there's a market for them.
Is there though?
I don't know. You sold them, right?
Uh,
Just have to hold on to them for a while.
I don't know when or how I sold them, but I know that I probably got pennies on the dollar to what I paid for them.
Ugh,
People
that
want the other thing.
sucks.
They want
Yeah, and they want them in the package, not out.
it's true, and they want the troop. They don't want the The figure with a name. They want the guy that they can build an army out of.
That makes sense for displays and stuff.
Yup. And that's
I got
why
a
I do.
question for you.
Yeah, man, what's up?
You ever driven a right-hand drive vehicle?
I've driven a right-hand drive vehicle here in Canada, and I've
Yeah,
driven a right-hand vehicle in Europe where it's right-hand drive in the left lane.
excellent.
Any
Well,
any particular reason?
yes, I'm thinking I had one before, and now I'm definitely thinking about picking up another one pretty quick here. I think I'm going to get a Honda Odyssey.
I would do it. Is that a van?
It's a van, and
Yeah.
but they look way different than the North American Odysseys. They have a way lower profile. They have the VTEC 2.4. Like they're very peppy, and
Yeah.
I need a bigger vehicle. Is why.
Well, you have a monster penis,
And
right?
three kids and a monster penis, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
my mom needs a walker and shit, so I gotta like load that in. And there's no space, and
That's awfully nice of you to care about your mom like that.
someone has to.
I guess that should rub off on me. I don't give a fuck about my mom.
That's a shame.
And right about now, she's turning the episode off.
Sorry, Clay's mom.
Actually, my mom gave me some awesome advice today. She said, "Hey, you know how your toilet paper dispenser at work keeps rolling out and all the toilet paper's like hitting the ground?" And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah." She was, "So I do listen to the podcast and I actually do learn stuff, but I can tell you how to fix that." And I was like, "What? Sure, tell me." She was, "All you do is take the roll and sort of squish it a bit so it's no longer round and it's lopsided and it doesn't unroll as much." I'm like, "Holy fucking shit, you're a genius."
Did you try it?
I haven't been to work yet, but that's what I'm going to do first
Uh,
thing tomorrow is I'm going to squish that roll so that I don't have to lose half a roll of paper on the dirty fucking ground.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Oh,
I think that the roll goes on top of another like a sleeve that's got a bearing,
yeah.
so that part spins. That might just I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I have my suspicion that making that oblong won't work. But we'll see. I
I'm
hope I
I'm
hope it does.
I'm going to find out tomorrow for sure. And then I will report back on
To
another
be
episode.
continued. Yeah,
With your Odyssey, the right-hand drive I thought was awesome when I was in Europe. It was hard to get used to because your shifters no longer your right hand, it's your left hand,
yeah,
and your windshield wipers and blinkers are in different spots, right?
yeah.
And that's not a problem over there because you're actually driving the way it's supposed to be driven. But over here, it was hard for me to get used to. I only drove it for like an hour with a friend's car. And it started raining. I was like, where the fuck, man? I keep hitting the blinker instead of the windshield wipers. And it was driving me nuts. And then I was like, wait, how the fuck do you go through drive-through?
You got to reach over or go in reverse.
Because yeah, that was my thought. I was like, do you back into drive-throughs? Because your window is on the other side where the window, like their drive-through window is in the opposite side of where your driver's side window is.
Yeah,
What did you do? Did you reverse in or did you just like reach over?
I just reached over, and but I have a buddy who always reverses through, and they give him shit about it. You can't do that.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my supervisor.
This is how I can reach you.
Yeah. I say go for it, man. It always looks cool.
I have an appointment on Monday. I'm going to go look at three of them. One is all-wheel drive, which really appeals to me. It's a little pricier, and the other two are front-wheel drive, and they all have pluses and minuses. One's white, one's silver, one's black. I like the black one.
Of course you do, because it's manly.
That's right. Like my
Oh,
T-shirt.
Stark Industries.
Dark Industries.
Very manly.
I have an internship there.
Oh, nice. Should I just call you Mr. Parker?
That'd be
Uh,
nice.
yeah, I'm looking at them right now. That's a good little vehicle.
Yeah,
Oh, somebody fucking lowered this one. It's a right-hand drive. They slammed it down to the ground. It looks pretty badass.
yeah. They look cool, man. They're nice. They're very practical and they're very zippy.
I say go for it. Win.
Cheers. I
Take it. It's
appreciate your
yours.
advice. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna test drive them and see what happens. I'm not gonna get pressured into anything. I always take control in those situations. I'm like, fuck you. You're not telling me what's happening. I'm telling you what's happening.
Yeah,
I'm buying it.
I'm here to spend money.
Exactly.
and I'm going to get what I want. You're not going to get me to spend more money on something I don't want.
No. They always try to talk me out of the right-hand drive. Oh, it's terrible. I'm like, no, it's what I like. So fuck you.
Why would they talk you out of it? Because are the other, that one's probably more expensive than a regular one, right?
No, and they're harder to finance because in order to import a vehicle from Japan or any other overseas country, the
Yeah.
vehicle must be 25 years or older.
Okay.
So it's a car that's probably a 2005, but it's only got 40,000 kilometers on it. It's
That's
barely been
awesome.
driven.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so it's harder to finance an older car. They have to look a little deeper for a lender. But I'm like, who gives a shit? It's only like 10 grand. Relax.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
No,
Fuck them. Get what you want.
exactly. Plus, I have a trade in.
Well, either way, they get their money, right? What does it matter to them?
That's what I don't understand. But, you know, things are weird.
That is true. Things are weird. And it's our job to question it.
That's it. I like to question things.
Yes. I'm sure my teachers hated me questioning things, or my bosses,
Mine
all
certainly did and do.
all the time. My bosses. I don't think I ever didn't question something. I'm I'm somewhat of an asshole problem employee.
I'm very described in much a similar way. I'm the only one who always has something to say, stands up for everyone else. No one's willing to go in and march into the office, and no
Yeah.
one's got balls, and I do.
Yeah. I'm a problem employee. Eh, is
I
what it
hate
is.
authority. I always have.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the hate. I hate when somebody who doesn't do my job tells me how to do my job.
Precisely when they
Like
have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
you don't do my job. And from my recollection, you've never done my job. So why are you telling me how to do my job?
Yeah. Well, that's my job to tell you how to do your job.
Yes.
No, it's
Well,
not.
how do I get your job where I don't have to do this job? Because I would like to sit in your office all day.
Yeah. Looking at porn,
Well, I mean, I do that all the time anyway, but
editing podcasts.
editing podcast at work, that's a valuable use of my time,
Absolutely.
I think. I
I
don't
agree.
like I don't have a lot of hobbies. Like I used to, obviously, you're looking around the room here. I had hobbies, had
Looks
past
like it.
tense.
Looks like it.
Well, those are the comics you see, right? If you like those are the armies,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Badass. Holy fuck. That's
See?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And the comics are still sort of a passion thing. Not what I used to. I used to go to like a Comic Con every month. I would drive or fly places to go to them, and I would buy original art. And now I only go to like two, maybe three a year, like Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. And instead of buying like 10 art pieces, now I get like three. It's just it doesn't strike me as something I am that passionate about anymore.
Things change. People
Yeah, man.
change.
I've got all my artists that I've wanted to get art from. And now when I see the ones I really like at a Comic Con, I get another piece.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Just get the stuff you really want and,
Yeah.
you know,
So podcasting is like my hobby.
that's good. It's a
That's
good
it.
hobby.
Yeah, it doesn't pay anything. And I don't pay a lot for this hobby, which is a good thing. Most hobbies cost a lot of fucking money.
That's true.
Like you're playing hockey as like your pastime, you're gonna
It's
have no money.
crazy. Yeah. I play disc golf and that costs enough on its own.
What are you paying for that? Like,
Well, depends how crazy into it you want to get. Like I have a disc golf bag, I have a disc golf cart, and like those are pretty pricey. I think it was like 500 bucks all in. And the cart's awesome to have if you're playing a tournament or something. And then the discs themselves range from like $10 to $50 a piece, and I have probably I don't know 50 of those.
it's weird to think what you're spending on it, right? Like when you sit there and like put all the stuff down in front of you and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
And this doesn't even count like fees to play it in places. Because
no,
you
but it's free everywhere pretty much.
oh really?
Yeah, it doesn't cost money like a regular golf course. They're usually parks,
Okay. I was
but
thinking there's like membership fees, entrance fees,
tournaments cost money, and if you want to belong to a club, there's like dues you have to pay and stuff.
like your grinder fee when you're using the app.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I just do the free version because I don't want to pay grinders like massive charges.
Grinder Light, Lite.
Is that what it's called?
You tell me.
I use grinder gay with a question mark. Gay? Like, I'm not too sure.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
And then there's grinder gay with an exclamation mark where you know. Uh,
That's where the hardcores hang out.
I work with a guy who's on Grinder and he's talking about it. He's a 20-year-old kid and he talks about it and he says, I will match with fucking 200 people a day. And the first message I get, 100% guaranteed, is a dick pic. Every single conversation opens with a picture of their fucking cock right in my phone.
That's aggressive.
I was like, wow, what do you do with it? He goes, well, I pick the nicest cocks and I go for a visit. Like it's
God,
yeah,
that's a
it's like
scary world to navigate.
it's like a smorgasbord, but the
I
kids,
wish Tinder worked like that with the
right?
pussy.
Right?
It doesn't. Not for
No,
me.
no, it doesn't. But wouldn't you question the integrity and the quality of the woman if like 1 second in you're getting titty pics?
Yeah, that's a red flag for me. I'm a
I, I'm
I'm an old-fashioned prude myself.
I remember matching with somebody and two messages in, they're like, okay, well, can you send me a picture so I can go flick my bean? I was like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like
Wow.
that's it. All
And
right,
then
here.
you promptly sent her a picture.
Of course I did. Like because I wanted to continue the conversation. And it
That-
continued for maybe 4 or 5 days, and then she just deleted the profile. So I was like, all right, that was fun, I think.
yeah, not worth it. I don't want to play pen pals.
Well, get on Grinder. You don't have to. You can play with those people within minutes.
I'll bet. Not my thing.
Yeah. It's really weird because we live out the prairies out here, and there's a lot of redneck, big truck driving, cowboy, hunting deer, fishing, beer drinking dudes.
They're all gay.
And he's like, there are so many fucking gay guys in this town. It is nuts.
Jesus. It's like euphoria
Mhm.
down there.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say that's my week, but that really had nothing to do with me.
You watching anything good?
Mm, I'm watching reruns of Two and a Half Men. I just started watching it again.
You watch the lamest stuff, man.
And there's a thing on Disney that I want to watch called, I think, Chinese Born American.
Oh yeah, that's not very good. I turned
Yeah.
that off after 10 minutes.
Yeah, I watched about 10 minutes of it, then I got invited to play Call of Duty, so I played that. I'm gonna watch Shogun, but I'm gonna wait till it's all on Disney instead of just
Shogun's so good. The new episode just came out today. I'm gonna watch it later tonight. Oh
yes.
baby.
So that means there's four out right now on Disney because there was three yesterday.
Correct. Yeah,
And I'm gonna wait till it's all out. It looks like it's fucking phenomenal.
it's nuts. And what am I watching today? I started watching this show called Red Oaks.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
Nope.
It's about this kid who's off of high school and he's like spends his summer break at a country club
Okay.
and it's like rated 18 plus and it's fucking funny and well
Where
written.
where'd you find it?
I found it on Amazon Prime.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. It's called Red what?
Red Oaks, and there's 3 seasons of it.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
really good. So far, I've watched like 10 episodes.
And I've got a recommendation for Mr. In Between, which is I think
Okay.
it's an FX show, but it's on Disney Plus. That's where I found it. Oh
Oh,
wait,
I
no.
didn't.
No, no, no. No, Prime. Sorry, it's on Prime.
It is on Prime.
Yeah, Mr. In
The
Between.
In-Betweeners?
No,
Mr.
no,
In-Between.
Mr. In Between.
Mr. In-Between.
That's how I
Gotcha.
remember that it is that because the guy's like, you love the In-Betweeners, you will remember Mr. In Between.
Okay.
So I didn't put it in my phone. I was like, I'll remember this shit.
And
And
you
I just
did.
and I did because yeah, the In-Betweeners is like my guilty pleasure. I fucking
I love that shit.
yeah, man. I live and love and fucking would love to be involved with anything with the In-Betweeners. It's so fucking funny. It's so
I
good.
th
Everything
I really think you're gonna like Red Oaks.
Red Oaks, done. Red Oaks and Shogun, perfect.
Yeah, man.
And
Can't
then
lo can't lose.
I'll finish my King of the Hill. I've only got a season and a half left.
Just burn that shit.
You don't like King of the Hill?
Eh, I didn't like it when it was on.
I didn't
I
like it
don't
at first.
imagine I'll ever go back to
It it, yeah, man, it struck a different chord like a couple years later when I started
it. Bobby?
when I started doing trips down to the States and meeting lots of Americans. It
Yeah.
it it really hit the spot because it was like fucking spot on. It was like, wow, this is
I
really
would
well done.
love to meet a girl with a really deep Southern accent. Oh, that'd be great.
Well, there is this place in the States called the Deep South.
That's true. I
If
don't know
you
if I'd fit in very good there.
if you want to go, you just let me know. And I love the South.
Indians don't get along with cowboys,
Eh, I don't think they're gonna see it like that.
hopefully. Plus, I look white.
Well, I mean that's what they like. They like that you look white.
Yeah,
You fit right in the deep South. That's
that's what
exactly
I'm
what they
banking
want.
on.
But yeah, the food is awesome, dude, and the people are so good at customer service. Like I know I've talked about it here. I went with our friend Weber to Atlanta, Georgia, and we went to this steakhouse, and it was like downstairs. So if you're walking on a street and the street is sort of sloped, it's not flat, and
Okay.
then there's a building up top, and then there's like a basement. You can walk downstairs and go into another restaurant down below, which is fucking cool, right?
Yeah,
It's like below ground, so all the windows are just like above the booths, but it's just street level. So you see people's feet walking through the
yeah.
window. And yeah, it was a steakhouse. He picked it, and we sat down, we got our menu, and the server came over, and she was like super friendly, which is normal for a server. And then I remember he was trying to put butter on his bread, but the butter came like in a little dish that had ice in it, so the butter was like freezing cold. So he kept tearing the bread with the butter and the knife.
Of course.
She sat down on his lap and she was like, "Hey, sweetie, hey, baby, let me get this for you. It look like you're struggling here." And she grabbed the knife and the stuff in his hand and used her hands over his hand to get the butter and put the butter on the bread. And then she's like, oh,
Wow.
she's like, "Okay, I'll be back to get your guys's like a drink order or whatever." And I just look at him. He's like, "I want to move here." I go, "Holy fuck, dude, that was awesome. That was incredibly amazing." Like there was yeah, and it wasn't like a dirty, disgusting, perverted, sit down, let me writhe all over you. It was like, hey, sweetie, baby, let me help you with that.
Yeah, sounds great to me. I love that treatment.
Yeah, and it wasn't, yeah, it wasn't abusive, it wasn't erotic, it wasn't, I don't think it pushed any boundaries. Nowadays it wouldn't happen because people are fucking cunts.
Well, maybe down there it would.
Maybe. So yeah.
They're like, we ain't changing for nothing down here.
Yeah. And I remember being in Alabama at like an IHOP or something for breakfast, like a chain pancake place. And there was a huge table next to us, probably 20 people sitting at it. And they had a different skin color than I had because they did. And they were very, very loud. And the server was just the whole table like lit up the room. Just happy, boisterous, fun people enjoying a family breakfast or brunch or whatever. And they weren't even looking at the menu. I remember the dude's not even looking at the menu. The server's like, "What can I get for you?" He's like, "Do you have anything with like two pancakes? I want a waffle, two pieces of sausage. Can I get one strip of bacon?" She goes, "Oh, I can get you this combo, this, and this, and I'll add one of these. Do you want toast?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So she was telling them what combos they could get for which meals based off of the stuff that they wanted on their plate.
To make it cheaper.
Yeah, and it was like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. And some guy said something, and she's like, "Oh my God, you sound just like my baby daddy." And I was like, wow, like this is so casual to say
So
that,
flirty.
right? And it was fucking awesome. Like the table was great, the kids are great, the server was great, and the server made it almost like it was a family event, and she was part of it. It was very, very fucking awesome to watch them get served the way they got served.
No doubt.
And yeah, she was great with our table as well, but nothing like like when you get a big table like that, and there's kids and they're rambunctious and they're running around or throwing shit. Usually the server's just like, "Ah, fuck my life, I don't want to be here."
Yeah.
Right? But she was all over it. She fucking loved it. And she was so good with everybody. And it made me think again about how awesome the South was with their service.
Fantastic.
Mm. She didn't sit on anyone's lap and, spread butter on their toast at all. So she can learn a thing or two, let me tell you.
Send her over to wherever else that was.
Atlanta, Georgia to some steakhouse somewhere. Couldn't
Yeah.
find it. Couldn't find it if I was like on my deathbed and said, "Hey, you won't die if you find this steakhouse." I'm like, I guess I'm dying because there's no fucking way I'll find it.
Middle of nowhere, eh?
Oh, it was middle of downtown Atlanta. I remember the hotel we stayed at. It was within probably a 4 block radius, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I
We
wouldn't.
could find it. We
All
can
right.
find it. We'll
Okay.
find it.
Okay. Should we just pull the server onto our laps and say, "Butter my bread"? Do
I want to recreate this situation that happened years ago,
Which I was,
please.
it wasn't even me, it was my friend, and I watched it happen.
I don't even care that you're 80 pounds heavier. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
And a dude, I don't care. I want you to butter my bun, baby. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think that's gonna work out for us.
no, but it was a fun little thing to think about.
And now, from now on, the rest of your life, when you think about buttering bread, you're going to remember this conversation and where you were when you heard about it.
Maybe it'll happen at the old country cafe or whatever the hell that's called.
Old Country Buffet.
Old country buffet.
Yeah, buffet, not cafe.
Yeah,
Buffet. All you can eat. American style.
many names for that. Smorgasmorg or something like that.
That's a
All
weird
you can
name, right?
eat. Yeah, I can't pronounce it for the life
S-
of me.
Smorgasbord?
I don't think that's right either.
Well,
Is
unless you
it
get,
is it Borg
I think it board,
like Star Trek
B-O-R-D.
Borg at the end?
Is it? It's a Borg? I thought it
Yeah,
was a board, like
that,
B-O-R-D.
you could be right, sir.
I'm gonna ask Jamie to look that up.
Come on, Jamie, wake him up.
All right. Smorgasbord.
Oh, it is D. You're right.
Smorgasbord. And the definition, a buffet offering a variety of hot and cold meats, salads, and hors d'oeuvres.
I wish we could just erase that word, like the word retard, and we'll take retard back, and they can have smorgasbord.
And there's the title of the episode. We'll take retard back.
We should. I don't.
We'll take retard back and they can have smorgasbord. That's a pretty good title.
That's a great title.
That's definitely
But
gonna
I'm
be
I'm
the title.
serious about that, man.
You like that word? The
I
the
like
R?
the word retard, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. To retard something is to like slow it down or to stop it,
Hmm.
right? Retard the flow of water. Can you say retard? Or is that no good?
No, my fire extinguishers at work say fire retardant on it.
Well, so that's another close. They're like, whoa, what'd you say? Oh, it was just the.
Oh, you're putting out a fire? That's okay.
I
Well,
guess I'll
yeah.
let that slide.
Yeah, you smother a fire to put it out, so I just throw retards on the fire until the fire's put out. That's
I
normal,
save
right?
save people at work from injury, and I say, "What are you doing, you retard?"
Do you
All the
work
time.
do you
You
work
can't
with
say that.
do you work with any woke people that call you out on it? Or they just look at you, they go, nice.
They used to call me out, but then they realized that I'm a cerebral assassin.
Oh, wait, isn't that a wrestler? Isn't that Bret the Hitman Hart?
No, that's what is he? The excellence of execution.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Who's the cerebral assassin? That's someone.
Larry David.
Like from Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's good. I,
I like
I'll I'll put money in that stock.
I like Larry David.
Yeah. Fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. I haven't watched in a couple of years, but
Oh, it's so good. The new season's fantastic, and it's the last season.
the last season I watched was the year after his wife moved out and that guy and his family moved in.
Have you not seen the Seinfeld reunion season?
When they were talking, yeah, I watched that episode. They went into the offices talking about making a Seinfeld reunion, right?
Yeah, but they do a whole season on it, and you get to see it's like the whole storyline of that reunion episode. It's fantastic.
I thought they just sat in the office from what I recall. I guess I didn't watch
No,
the whole season. Okay.
you mustn't have, because like the last episode, I believe you see like probably a good 7.5 minutes of pure Seinfeld
Okay.
gold.
That makes me happy because Seinfeld makes me happy.
And there's a scene where George leaves, and he's like, "I'm not doing it," and Larry's like, "I'll be George. Don't worry about it." And he does like a take. It's so good, man.
Yeah. For those of
Fuck.
you that haven't watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, do not let that pass you by.
No.
And I'm really crushing on the girl that plays his wife
Too bad what happened to her, eh?
in real life or the show.
Well, she got plastic surgery. She looks odd now.
Really?
Yeah,
I
wait till you see her in the new season. She's like, she
oh
overdid it with the Botox.
oh that's too bad because yeah, she used to be on a show Suburgatory. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Suburgatory,
Purgatory?
Suburgatory. So
S-
suburban purgatory.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this girl, this teenager girl, moves with her dad from New York City to the suburbs, and
Okay.
she fucking hates everything about it because it's the suburbs, and she's used to trains,
S-
things being open till 2 o'clock in the morning, just convenience, loud noises, and people that are real, not people that are trying to hide every fucking thing about their personal life.
Right.
And the neighbor is actually the girl that plays Larry David's wife. I forget her name in real life.
Cheryl Hines.
There we go, Cheryl Hines. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with this girl because like I think she's
She's cute.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so too.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, I love this girl, and she plays a dumb blonde mom, just a moron,
She plays
and
herself.
it's pretty awesome. If you ever get a chance, it's a very good show. It didn't have very many seasons. Her daughter in the show was the crowning glory of humor. Like everything with Cheryl Hines' daughter in the show is fucking brilliantly hilarious.
Who's that
And
actress?
I don't know, but she was in Mr. Robot.
Hmm.
She was
I didn't watch
the
that.
yeah, she was the blonde chick from Mr. Robot. I watched a couple like the first two seasons, I think. Maybe the first season. I don't know. So Cheryl Hines, 2024,
Yeah, check her out. Her face looks weird.
like that.
That's tough to see. That's not a good when you see her on the TV show, like
Yeah,
because you see her from like all angles and stuff, you can see the damage she's done. But it could she's people naturally age, so she's still pretty.
yeah,
She just looks weird. You can tell it's the Fibonacci sequence
yeah.
throws it off.
I get that when they're like you're still hot, but you're
You
odd
look
looking,
different. Yeah.
odd looking.
Like Kenny Rogers is like,
Yeah.
hey guys.
Yeah, dude. Kenny Rogers looks like somebody took a compressor to his face under his skin and just turned it up.
Did he think nobody was gonna notice?
I I don't think they care, right? Because there's so many of them that look weird. Like, did you see Madonna looking like an alien like 6 months ago?
Yeah, she looks disgusting.
But like, do you not notice when you come home? You're like, I don't look at all like me, like
Did you
at all.
did you see when she like made out with that one guy on the stage and he was all
No.
like almost threw up afterwards?
Was it just a dancer or was it?
I think no, I think it was like Drake or something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think it was someone famous.
Hmm. And he almost threw up?
Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't go to
must
that.
have tasted terrible
Just tastes like Botox?
or bad breath.
I don't know. I mean, I still wouldn't turn that down if somebody's like, "Hey, Madonna wants to make out with you." I guess so. I'll take
I
one for
would
the
turn it
team.
the fuck down. I would say,
Really?
get the hell away from me, you zombie.
I think that's an awesome story, though.
Well,
Then
I'll go
again,
without it.
turning it down is also an awesome story.
That's true. I'd be like, get the fuck out of my face, you disgusting zombie.
You fucking whore bitch. I want nothing to do with you.
I want to go in a time machine and hook up with 27-year-old you, though.
Yeah, give me Madonna back when she was in the Austin Powers soundtrack, like
Truth or
1998.
Dare. Or what was
Oh,
that movie she
that was
did?
yeah, that was a couple years before that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you see her titties and everything in that. That's
So
good
like
stuff.
1995 through 1999.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, give me that Madonna.
I may
Damn
have
it.
jerked off to that. It's possible.
I I'm running out of things to jerk off to. I'm like, you know how you were talking about TV shows on Pornhub? I'm all caught up. Every video, all caught up.
Brutal.
Yep, every category, at least twice. Everything.
Huh.
Yeah,
Just can't get enough, eh?
can't get enough. There's only 24 hours in a day, and I'm trying to find a way to at least give me 50 hours a day so I could watch more Pornhub.
Just go on TikTok instead.
TikTok? I try to avoid TikTok.
It's a black hole from which you'll never escape.
I know. Yeah, my time just disappears. It's like, ooh, 1:30 in the morning. I'm gonna watch this one video. Ooh, 4:30 in the morning. I don't remember what I watched.
It's
Like
awful.
I just spent 3 hours watching shit and I couldn't tell you any of it that I remember.
No, it's mindless.
It's pretty genius though. If you're in charge of that shit, god
China
damn.
is.
They got us by the short
They
and
got
curlies.
us. They found a way in.
Yeah.
The chink in our North American armor.
So you're not gonna go do any TikTok dances like at the gym or the grocery store?
Definitely not, but I don't even watch. That doesn't even show up in my feed
Hmm.
ever.
This is really weird. I've been talking to my friends about it. I'm not a Billie Eilish fan. Like it doesn't register in my head that she exists ever.
Yeah.
And she shows up on my Facebook and Instagram feed fucking 30 times a day.
I wonder why.
So I don't know, but I don't talk about it until I'm not on my phone. Like I'm not on my phone right now. I'm talking to you about it, but fucking Billie Eilish is just fucking showing up constantly.
I wish
And,
she was on my phone. Billie
and
Eilish, Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish.
well, I think she's great from the neck to like the stomach,
I
maybe the
think
rib
she's
cage.
great everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Just doesn't do it for me. But for some reason, she's constantly showing up on my feed. Same with
Mm,
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are constantly showing up on my feed
yeah,
everywhere.
I see that too.
And last year it was nothing but Andrew Tate, but I didn't watch this stuff. But he would always be showing up until
Mm,
he went to jail. He was showing up on my phone fucking all the time.
interesting. It's just that I swear the algorithm goes through these phases, and where you see, like, I used to see this old guy with Alzheimer's all the time, and his he would like it was this old dad, and every morning he'd wake up and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" Like he does, it's a new day for him, and his son's like, "Don't worry, you live with me, you're retired, everything's fine." And he has to do that every morning, and I loved watching that old guy. And then one day he just disappeared, and I never saw him again.
Weird. Yeah, but see, you loved watching, right? So you would sit there and watch the whole video.
Yeah,
If a Billie Eilish thing shows up, I click the little X that like I don't want to see this. And then 3 minutes later, there's another like one's called Billie Eilish fans, one's called Billie Eilish Live, and Billie Eilish Small, Billie
but this
Eilish
isn't
Europe,
this isn't TikTok. It's like Facebook or something.
Facebook and Instagram
Yeah.
constantly. And I have to
Hmm.
keep closing those fucking things, but I don't ever watch them. Same on TikTok. I try not to watch a video all the way through because then I know the next 40 videos are going to be related to that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'll watch something maybe for I don't know, 5, 10 seconds. And it's like, nope, pass. But yeah, those nights you just get lost, man. You just lose countless fucking hours of your life watching reels of shit.
The worst thing I do is I'll pick up my phone. Like Amazon has commercials now, so every once in a while, like a 40
Yep.
second commercial will pop up. I grab my phone, pull up some TikTok. Next thing I know, I look up and I've missed 10 minutes of my fucking show,
How weird is that?
and I fall into like a K hole. I don't know. It's a drug.
It's super fucked up, man. So I'm gonna forward. I'm gonna copy the link. I'm gonna send you something right now. And
Okay.
I'm very proud of it because you know how like when do you ever create a reel and upload it?
I no
So
no.
I've created some reels and stuff for the podcast, and they don't get very many plays and shit. I recreated this, like I created this thing here.
Okay. Should I watch it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I uploaded it, and it got a couple views, and then I had to turn off my Instagram notifications because I was getting one every second that
Oh my
so and so
god.
liked your video. And now if you look at it, it's got 445,000 likes and 302,000 shares.
It's hilarious.
I want to create more things. Like none of this happens with the podcast ones. And some of it is hilarious like words and shit, right? But yeah, this thing that little thing right there. That's it.
What can you do to promote the podcast in this way?
I put like comments in it, links to the
Do you
podcast.
hashtag it or whatever to the podcast? So you
Uh
should do that every time.
I should. Yeah, I put our link in there. Like I made a comment with our, at the Answers for Everything podcast thing. But yeah, it's fucking nuts, right? Like
That's
445,000 likes,
hilarious, though. That's a good one.
302,000 shares.
People like stuff, and it flows through like a motherfucking
Oh,
wave
yeah.
at the ballpark.
Yeah, it was nothing. And then all of a sudden I literally had to go into my phone because it was like ding 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 ding. And I just
So
looked at it, I go,
annoying.
what the fuck is going on? And it's like, oh, 450 people like this. I'm like, I just had 450 ding dings showing up on my phone. So yeah, I had to like shut off all my notifications because I couldn't fucking handle the noise.
No,
So it blows my mind. I guess they probably don't have the notifications on, but celebrities that have like, 1 million shares on something, 1
they
million
don't deal with
likes.
that. They have people for
I
that.
guess so, yeah. I
Most
can't
people
see
do.
I can't see Dwayne the Rock Johnson sitting there with his phone like, oh, I'm gonna upload this reel. It's like,
Fuck the rock.
hey, Dwayne, you want to come back to the set? We have some filming. No, I'm making a reel. Just hold on.
No, I'm accepting every script that I have here on my desk. All 30 of them.
Yeah, we're gonna make them all this year, but the thing is, we have to make them all at the same time. So I'm not gonna change my character or my clothes. I'm just gonna go from set to set to set.
Perfect.
I don't know, man. Those are big paychecks. Would you not do the same thing?
John Cena's better.
Uh, as far as actors go, John Cena should fucking do nothing but comedy. The guy's
He's
so fucking good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you watch this Danicky or whatever the fuck it's called?
No, it's on
Ricky
my list. It's
Stanicky?
on my list for this week.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I really liked
Well,
Vacation Friends. I thought it was fucking awesome.
me too. I didn't like the second one though. The second one was a boo.
Oh, I enjoyed it. Not as much as the first. The first one was way too good.
Yeah,
But yeah,
hard to top.
I don't like to see him as an action star. I love to see him as comedy. Did you ever watch Cock Blockers?
Yep,
Yeah.
like that too.
Yeah, he was fucking great in it.
Great. And I
I
love the
I
Christmas ones. Or not
I
the
didn't
Christmas ones, the Daddy's Home.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those are great.
And I didn't like him as a wrestler. It was sort of after my time in a way. Like
Yeah, it was
I I've
after my time.
I was like Attitude Era guy, and then John Cena came like on the cusp of that, and then I just stopped caring and watching.
Yeah,
So I didn't really care or like him as a wrestler, but as an actor, fuck, he should just do comedy all the time.
he's so good.
Yeah, he is. I mean, The Rock is good at comedy too. Like I loved him in Central Intelligence. I thought it was fucking awesome.
He's had a few good roles. He was really good in Too Cool. Or is it
Yeah, yeah.
Be Cool?
Be
Be
cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, with the gay cowboy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome.
he was great. And then he
Yeah.
kind of just took every action movie that came his way.
Yeah, but look at the paycheck. Are you
He's the
saying you
new Arnold. Ah, ah.
uh, I don't know, man. That paycheck would rule.
Sure. I mean, I'm not saying he's doing the wrong things. I just don't like him as an actor,
Hmm.
to be honest.
Do you like him in the Fast and Furious movies?
I don't watch those. No, I stopped watching them after like the third one. I think I tried to watch 10 and I just turned it off. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you can't just go from 4 to 10. You
No, but
you
still, I don't care what happened.
you miss the
No, I know they
gradual
went to space and shit. I'm not interested.
yeah, you miss the gradual slope of retardation,
That
right?
franchise is down the toilet. They're like bringing Paul Walker back and stuff. Come on.
I do like the memes that are like, do you remember when this is what they were stealing in Fast and Furious? And there's a picture of like DVD players. You're like, that was the big heist, and now they're stealing 700 million from a drug dealer, but it used to be like DVD players.
And they're getting like government contracts to
Yeah.
go and infiltrate. Like, when did they become spies? What happened here?
Well, it's because Dom, I need your team. You mean my
Dom,
family?
the
No, no, that's right.
family.
I need your family. You guys are the best drivers I've ever worked with. I need your family.
I need you for this.
Yeah.
This is our last one, guys.
Yeah, it's a guilty
I
pleasure of mine.
promise.
I have to keep watching them.
Hmm.
I've invested 20 years of my life
I have
watching this
lots of
series.
guilty pleasures. I love the MCU and I rewatch shit constantly.
I haven't watched anything MCU related other than I watched the Marvels a couple weeks ago, and I enjoyed it more the second time than the first time.
Yeah,
And which I mean, I enjoyed it the first time.
yeah,
So,
me too.
right, it's not like I didn't enjoy it. And I want to go back and rewatch Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye because I really enjoyed those, and I only watched them through once.
We watched Hawkeye over Christmas, the kids and I, because it's a Christmas
Yep.
show. Yeah, I rewatch everything so much that it's all pretty fresh in my mind.
Nice. It boggles my mind that people are like, "Oh yeah, I stopped watching after Endgame."
Yeah, I'm all burned out on it.
Well,
Well, then
why?
don't watch. I don't know.
I know COVID did have a lot of TV shows come out during the time, and you had to really be on top of your shit.
Yeah, true. But I needed stuff at the time.
Yeah.
I was happy for it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, more MCU, I'm happy. I don't
Did you
believe
ever watch the legacy shows, like uh the ones that were on Netflix?
I watched Punisher. They had 3 seasons?
Oh
Or did they
no, I
have
didn't
two?
watch any of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I watched Daredevil season 1 and 2. I watched all the Punisher. I watched, I think, the 2 seasons of Jessica Jones. I watched The Defenders, but I didn't watch Iron Fist. I didn't watch Luke Cage. Yeah. I enjoyed them. They were good. I'm glad they existed.
Well, apparently they're canon now.
Oh, well that's good.
They're in the MCU timeline and everything now.
Hmm. Well, I can't recall any time they referenced anything from the movies and stuff, so it makes sense that they could be canon.
I know. Yeah, I agree.
So I guess just luckily they didn't reference anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess they thought about it. They were able to slot it in there somehow.
Do you think they did it because they really wanted Charlie Cox as Daredevil and they really wanted John Bernthal for Punisher? Or do you
That
think
could be it. I think those two characters alone are worth it.
So yeah, bringing them over with them being in something else, but then not using it as canon would fuck with the minds of the people watching, I think.
Could be.
Plus, yeah, Kingpin is over, right? Kingpin moved over from Daredevil.
Yeah, made the transition, and I'm
Yeah.
so glad for it because he is so good in that role.
Yeah.
Come on. And
You like
he's going to be the mayor of. Oh wait, I should probably shouldn't spoil anything. Never mind.
what do you mean?
Well, he's, did you see the end
I
of
saw I saw Echo. Yeah.
Maya?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw the
Echo.
end of
Okay,
Echo.
so yeah, he's going to be the new mayor of New York.
Oh, he's gonna make things difficult for Spider-Man.
I hope so. That'll be the fourth movie, right? That's a perfect bad guy.
Like street level instead of cosmic level.
Precisely.
Yeah. Have Daredevil in it, have Punisher in it, Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, why
Fuck
not?
yeah. Hmm.
Hmm. So much coming too, like weird side stuff. Craven the Hunter's coming.
I watched that trailer again last night because I was working with a guy and we were talking about Sony's fucking terrible Spider-Man shit and how
Well,
they just keep putting out garbage because they want to hang on to the rights. But then I said, "Hey, watch this trailer. This trailer looks awesome, but it's still a non-Spider-Man Spider-Man movie." Which,
I don't care. I'm a dick rider for all that stuff. I wasn't interested in Madame Web. I'm not. I'll watch that when it comes out for free and see what happens. But I do like the looks of Craven. I loved Morbius. Most people don't like it. I
yeah,
loved it.
I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I was like, "Oh, this is why are people shit on this? This is entertaining."
It was great. I mean, the CGI was a little janky here and there, but other than that, it
I
was
was
good.
more pissed off about the after credit scene with the vulture. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, where'd that go? Oh, it does make sense though, because you know how like they tried to tie it into No Way Home.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense because he was wearing all his vulture gear. And that didn't come with him when he crossed over. He was in his prison jumpsuit, and then
Oh, I guess so. Eh?
all of a sudden at the end, he's in his vulture gear. You're like, well, that's all gear from the Shatari. Like,
He
where
brought
did
it with him.
it didn't come with him because he didn't know why he was there. He's looking down at his jumpsuit and he's like, well, I'm not supposed to be here. Like,
He's like, why?
did you go magically find it? Like, just
Yeah,
the
that's a plot hole.
massive plot hole.
Unfortunate. Sony's all over the place. They're very fortunate that the MCU probably pays them a pretty penny for the use of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. If I were them, I would just say, okay, MCU, make as many Spider-Man movies as you want and just cut us a check. Like I wouldn't invest any more of my own money making shit movies.
Or yeah, we'll buy them. We'll give you $1 billion for the Spider-Man rights.
It's worth more than that.
Probably. Well, how much? Put a number on it.
Well, I mean,
17 billion?
it's worth more than that if Marvel makes a Spider-Man movie. It's not
It
worth more than that if Sony keeps making Spider-Man related
it
movies.
can't be worth more than the
Fox?
MCU as a whole.
No, it can't. But think about it. You're the company that actually owns Spider-Man, and you're not allowed to make a Spider-Man movie without paying another company. Do you really want to fork over billions of dollars to them for something you already own?
Probably not, but I wish they would in a way so it's all tied in.
Yeah,
Too bad Sony's so big. Disney can't afford Sony. Sony's huge.
that would be awesome though.
Oh, like a
Like they did with
merger.
Fox.
Yeah, exactly. Just absorb it.
Can you imagine walking and be like, we really want all these characters. Well, we can't afford them. Here's $70 billion. Fox is like, okay, we're done. They're all yours. But then Disney's like, yeah, but now we get Simpsons and now we get Family Guy. Now we get King
Everything.
Hill, fucking Planet of the Apes. Like, yeah, they get everything.
So much good shit.
Yeah. Did you watch Prey?
Loved it.
Yeah, fucking great, right?
Prob- Probably my favorite Predator movie.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I couldn't stop watching it. It came on that night at like midnight or whatever, and I was watching something. It's like, oh, fucking Prey comes out, and like 1:30 in the morning, I just put Prey on and watched it for the next 2 hours. I'm like, I
So good.
I work in 5 hours, but I don't care because this movie looks so fucking good. It's worth it, and it was worth it.
And she's hot as hell. And they're making a second one.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. I guess they're coming for revenge.
Hmm. I don't think they're gonna get it.
Maybe they want a banger this time.
What if they're gonna do what they did in the Predators movie and they kidnap her and take her? They take her to the training planet where they drop off all their young predators to train to see if
To
they can
make
hunt that one
special
person,
ones. Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. Hmm.
Because they were doing it on the movie Predators. They had all the humans there and they were hunting them as like a training ground for their young predators. But can you
Is that
imagine?
the one with Olivia Munn?
I don't remember if she was in it. The
Well,
guy
fuck.
from the 70 show was in it.
Which guy?
And Lawrence
Oh
Fishburne.
yeah, did it? Oh, Lawrence. What?
Lawrence Fishburne. He was in it. No, no.
He wasn't in
Topher
that '70s show.
no,
Yeah,
no,
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace was that, but Lawrence Fishburne was in the yeah, yeah, was in the Predators
Morpheus, is
movie.
that you?
Yeah, yeah. And Machete was in it, and Adrian Brody was in it. But yeah, I would
I'm
like
pretty
to
sure that's
think,
Olivia Munn that was in that. Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty
but
sure.
how great would it be? Kidnap that Native American chick and drop her off in that thing just to use her to test against their young trainees. It'd be fucking awesome. She's just annihilating them one after
They'll
another.
kill her though.
Will they though?
Well, that'd be good.
Will they? They won't.
If she wins, that's good. She's hot.
She's gonna win. You can't kill a Native American on camera. Are you kidding me?
No, you can't. They're indestructible.
That's right.
Hmm.
I think that's it for me
Yeah.
for TV, man. TV and movies. And Kenny Rogers.
And Kenny,
Yeah.
are you surprised right now, Kenny?
You can't tell,
You
right?
must be. You
The
can't tell
Kenny
what's going on.
the Kenny Rogers Roasters episode, I think, is easily top three Seinfeld for me.
Definitely in the top 10 for me.
Yeah, where they switch apartments and they become each other. Fucking great.
What about Puerto Rican Day? God, I love that episode.
Yeah, and O'Brien when they get the limo from the airport.
That's a good one.
Fuck the Kenny Rogers Roasters made me go to a Kenny Rogers Roasters to eat.
They have them, eh?
Well, they used to have one on Robson Street.
Is it just rotisserie chicken?
I don't remember what I ate. I remember I ate at Kenny Rogers Roasters on Robson, and then they shut down. But they're all over Asia still, apparently.
Because I don't think it's fried chicken. It's
Oh,
roasted, so it's like just whole bird.
it was delicious.
I'll bet because it's so tender. You can't go wrong if you rotisserie a motherfucking chicken. It's gonna be
You
good no matter what.
you ever eat KFC rotisserie chicken?
No,
The tender roast?
never.
They had it in the 90s in Canada, maybe 2000s. They still have it in some of the stores in the States where it's like, yeah, roasted chicken instead of battered and fried chicken.
I like Swiss Chalet.
Oh man, yeah, it's like that chicken. I haven't been there forever.
Oh, so good. They got rid of all of ours. There's none left.
Oh, we have one in Edmonton by the mall that shares a space with Harvey's, same restaurant.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Did you ever have the Lay's chips, the Swiss chalet sauce?
Yes.
Nah.
Wasn't a
Eh,
fan.
no, yeah,
Too strong of a flavor.
yeah, they weren't as good as the gravy should have been or the sauce should have been.
What about the stuffing ones? I had those too, and they were not great.
Lay's stuffing?
I'm not sure if it was Lay's. It could have been another brand.
There was a superstore one. I had
Maybe
that.
that's what it was. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I wanted to take it. Once I realized it wasn't that good, I was like, should I just crumble this up and put it into my stuffing for my Thanksgiving turkey? And
Or
then I
make it
didn't.
into mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that might be pretty good, right? Like an
Might
herby
be.
mashed potato.
Probably not, but it could be.
I think one of us has to try it. Not it.
I think you should.
Oh, I just said not it, so it definitely can't be me.
Good thing I have my own control over myself and I don't have to do what I don't want to do,
Well, that's just like saying no homo before you do gay stuff, right?
which also works.
Yeah.
The 5 second rule.
Uh, yeah. 5 second rule, no homo, not it. Yeah, shotgun. It's all good.
So it all works.
Fucking North Americans have weird things.
Yeah, they do. Like
You think-
smorgasbord. Where the fuck did that word come from? Oh,
Oh,
fuck, I hate that word.
I don't know where it comes from. Should I look it up?
Do it, man. Because it's really bothering me. I think it's German. It sounds German to me.
It doesn't. It sounds Swedish. Borski, borski, borski. It sounds like the
Splorky
guy.
blorky blork.
It sounds like the guy from the Muppets. So, what does smorgasbord literally mean? It means butter goose table in Swedish.
Okay.
So it is
Stupid
Swedish, just like
Swedes.
the Swedish chef from Muppets. The borski, borski, borski.
You were
Yeah,
right.
it literally means butter goose table from smorgas, which alternately means bread and butter, and bread and goose, plus board, which means table.
But it doesn't imply have as much as you'd like.
Mm. Oh, the definition of smorgasbord is literally a table full of open sandwiches.
Hmm.
So And there you have it. The know-it-alls learned something. I learned something. You learned something.
I always learn stuff every day.
Do you
Just a
ever
sponge over here.
do you learn stuff by listening to this show or talking on the show?
I do listen to the show, which is pretty sad considering I'm talking on it. I'm not too sure how much I enjoy the sound of my own voice, to be honest with you, but I
I, I,
listen anyway.
nobody likes it. Not
You
you, but
don't
their
like
own.
it? You
Their
have a
own.
good radio voice.
They're their own voice. My voice
Your
sounds
your
different.
voice.
Yeah, but it sounds different to me through my ears than it would through your ears
I guess
because
so, eh?
you have your jaw bones vibrating while you're talking, which
Yeah.
changes how you hear things. So your voice doesn't sound how you think it sounds.
No, it doesn't. Even when you listen to it on tape, though?
Yeah, because in my head right now, my voice sounds like how I recall hearing it when I edit the show.
Interesting.
But I don't think you hear my voice the way I hear my voice.
Probably not.
So yeah,
But
you shouldn't hate your voice then.
well, I didn't say I hated it. I'm just I wasn't sure how crazy about it I was.
No.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's beautiful and
It's in the
wonderful.
perception. It's in the ear of the beholder.
Oh, you should really put that on a shirt or something because that's quite wonderful.
Yeah, it
You
was
want,
nice.
in case people weren't listening, Josh is going to repeat what he just said about people listening to their own voices.
It's in the ear of the beholder.
Ooh,
So smooth.
right there, very smooth. It's still not going to beat the title for this episode because we're going to use the one about keeping retard and throwing away
Yeah,
smorgasbord because
we take retard. You
back.
have smorgasbord. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
taking it back.
that
I'm,
one's a much better title. Although I don't know if they'll let me upload it. There's words that it won't let me upload before for the title. It says you can't use this because that's a swear, and it wasn't a
oh,
swear. It was
well,
like crap or something.
put a little thing in there, like an
Yeah,
asterisk or
that's what I had to
something.
do for the word shit. I had to put like the dollar symbol and a pound sign and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking gotta trick those algorithms.
yeah. So they keep sending me, Billie Eilish shit or Andrew Tate stuff.
Your
I got a lot
favorite.
of
I'm gonna start sending you so much Billie Eilish shit.
what is the girl that plays Kate Bishop in real life? What's her name?
Oh, I like her. Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. She came up on my feed all the time. And that was a pleasurable thing for me because I enjoy
Uh,
her.
yeah, she's a smoke show.
Yeah, so I'm watching it. I was like, oh, cool. This is cool. I'll watch these videos. I'll see this. But I don't know where it came from because I never once like I don't even know her name. Like I just asked you what her name
Yeah,
was. It
they
doesn't
just
register.
know that you like pretty girls.
Oh man, no homo. Wait, no, that was the wrong timing, wasn't it?
You're like, why is David Beckham shirtless keep popping up on my feed?
Well, in all fairness, the dude is so fucking hot it blows my mind. Like, is he not the hottest fucking dude you've ever seen?
I can recognize a handsome man. He's a handsome fellow. Who else? John Stamos was always a handsome guy.
True.
Man,
Yeah, yeah,
there's
but
two examples.
David Beckham's on another level. Like from,
You think?
oh, dude, man, just after watching his football thing on Netflix, I just like, wow, like dude, you're so awesome. Like everything about you is fucking awesome. And not only are you awesome, you spend your retirement now like in your like kitchen in your little cabin attached to your house. Like not in your house, but in a little cabin attached to your house where you have like your grills and he's like making like mixes with spices and oils and he's putting on rotisserie chicken and he's just I spend my time cooking. And you just watch him cutting up garlic and then he goes out back and he plays like soccer, well, football with his kid. You're like, your life is so fucking good. And then not like that's not good enough. Fucking Victoria Beckham walks in the room like, and you're fucking her. Like you've got everything, dude. Everything.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I think.
It's really good. I mean, I don't
Is
like
it?
football. I don't like sports. And I was just fucking enthralled by it. Like just
Well,
motored through it.
I loved the Michael Jordan one, and I'm not huge into sports, but yeah, The Last Dance was fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not into sports like at all, but that one just I sat down and I couldn't stop watching. And
is
then
it a
it
multi-parter, or is it just one movie
I want to
documentary? Or...
I want to say it's 6 parts,
Oh,
but I
okay,
don't
wow.
but I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember sitting there watching it till it was done. And, and
Enthralled,
yeah,
furiously
man. And then I was
masturbating the whole time.
well, not the whole time. And then I started like Googling shit about his life and stuff that the documentary didn't answer. I was like, oh, I wonder about this. Oh, I wonder about this. Oh, I wonder
Yeah.
about this. And
So
then
you
I
went down a
spent,
rabbit hole.
yeah, for like hours, it felt like hours and hours.
Be like, I just can't get enough.
I can. I love the dude. And then do you ever see him in the Deadpool commercial?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. He's cool. I like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, there's nothing I think bad about the guy other than his shit attitude when he was younger and it fucked them over for a World Cup.
Well,
Yeah,
you
he
can't really fault him for that, can you?
no, we were all young at one point and we were all fucking assholes at one point, were we not?
I still have a few wisps of some assholishness.
And you're not even a fucking asshole who's worth at the time like, $100 million and you're fucking gorgeous and you're fucking a Spice Girl, right?
None of those things.
That's another level of let me be an asshole because you know what? No one's gonna stop me,
Yeah, fair
right?
enough. I can't imagine what I would do. I would abuse that power so much, probably.
Yeah. If you had fucking $250 million in the bank and you were one of the best looking guys on the planet, married to one of the most attractive like singers on the well, singer, air quotes, on the planet, performer. Let's call her a
Very
performer.
loosely, yeah. Performer
Performer.
works.
Like how fucking arrogant would you be on a daily basis for shit?
Yeah,
It'd be
agreed.
tough to be a humble, nice guy.
We would never know what it's like because we're but humble peasants.
That's true. And imagine having that power when you're 20.
Ugh. Yeah,
Like I was a
I would probably
massive.
crash and burn.
Yeah.
I'd be in the 27 club.
See, well, you don't do that because you you wouldn't have had kids then, would you?
No, but I wouldn't have had that lifestyle at all because I would have
Yeah.
been a fucking rock star doing whatever the hell I wanted.
Yeah. Now you got me sad, thinking that I'll never have that life.
It's gone.
Oh well.
We'll always have country cafe buffet.
Yes, that's what it's called. The Old Country Cafe. Oh,
It just rolls off the tongue.
one of us will have the Old Country Cafe. One of us will have the word retard usable in their daily lives.
I'm just gonna show up at the wrong place. I'll see you guys there. Where the fuck is this place? The old country cafe.
I can't imagine what the Old Country Cafe would be like. Just a
This
coffee
place
shop.
sucks.
Charlie Ray and I are sitting there eating tons and tons of golden fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy. We're gonna have servers sitting on our lap, buttering our bread for us,
And I'll be
talking to us about their baby daddies, and you're gonna be sitting in a cafe with a bunch of fucking old people drinking really bad tea,
drinking black coffee down by the railroad tracks.
where you can't even order because you can't hear because all you hear is the fucking train whistles going off all the time. You're like
Exactly.
yelling at the person right across the counter from you.
We get really cheap rent.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I think the episode has come to a close. But like most episodes, I have not an Urban Dictionary, but I have a Would You Rather.
Okay.
And would you rather, okay, would you rather have a light, consistent flow of milk come out of your butthole every time you get and maintain an erection? Or would you rather get bitch slapped by the person closest to you whenever you hear laughter?
Good God.
So, do you want me to ask it again just so you can think
No,
about it? You got it?
no, I totally got it.
You're a sponge, Josh. You're a sponge.
I'm a sponge, man. It's a tough one. I don't really have that much sex, so the milk doesn't seem that bad right now. But at some point, it would be bad. I don't really care about getting slapped that much, but I do have a lot of laughter in my life,
Yes.
and there's always laughter around me. So I'm going to go for the milk. Just say, you know what? I got a problem back here. Don't worry about it. I'm
Would you,
filling up little bags.
I was just gonna ask, would you bottle it and sell it? Or would you bottle it and save money by not having to buy milk?
Josh's creamy ass milk by the bottle,
See, that's not
fresh from the tit.
that's gonna sell probably not as well as removing the word ass from it. Josh's milk, I think, will sell better than Josh's ass milk.
You could be right, but
I
you
don't
don't
know.
want to deceive the people.
I've never bought either of those things, so I couldn't tell you which one is more appealing in the store. Packaging probably counts and how you market it, obviously. But yeah, Josh is going to be leaking a little creamy stream of milk from
And
his
I'll have to
butthole.
build a little apparatus to catch it in a bag, like the Canadian bags of milk.
There you go. It'll be like in a lab. There's like the Bunsen burners and like the canister thingies and the bubbles through it and the flames are going and you're gonna have some huge massive contraption that you're like, wait, hold on, I'm getting a boner. Just let me go sit by my contraption.
Who
I got
wants a latte?
oh fucking awesome. And then it comes out, you're like, wait, when did it start being chocolate milk? I'm like, oh, I'm dirty.
Oh, this
Um,
happens
yeah.
sometimes. It's fine.
Butthole milk.
What about you? You got to choose.
If I were to pick it, I I definitely I think I would turn the butthole milk into an OnlyFans.
That's great. Yeah.
I would
Watch it come out like a fountain.
play with it and slap it so it sprays while it's coming out.
Shake it.
Yeah, but every time I get an erection and maintain the erection, it's just a constant trickle flow of milk coming out. I would probably stop beating off as much as I do, and I'd probably tone down sex a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Save it for special occasions.
I can't imagine many girls would be like, "Hey, let's go upstairs. I want that milk, right?"
She might really grow fond of the milk.
Well, then you got to keep her. She's a keeper.
Marry her.
Well, let's not go crazy. That sounds like a lot of work and a lot of future problems.
Yeah, I learned the first time. Never
Yeah.
happening again. But
Hmm.
someone should marry her if they have that milk problem
True. So if
and
you're out
find that
there
special girl.
and if you're out there and you have that, I wouldn't call it a problem, milk situation, take
Sure.
advantage. Get some contraptions, save it, bottle it, bag it, jar it, whatever you want to do.
Curdle it, make some cheese.
Hmm. Now I'm just thinking of what would you call the cheese? You could literally say, Josh, cut the cheese. That's the name of the cheese.
I'd call it that stank cheese.
Oh, delicious. Better than blue cheese is what you'd call it.
Yeah, much better.
Much better than blue cheese. Or that would be the commercial. Better than blue cheese. Somebody's like, much better.
Or that terrible cheese everyone talks about
Hmm.
from the interwebs that smells so bad. I don't know what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called either.
Hmm.
It's not schmegma, is it?
No. Sonnenberg. Does that
Uh,
ring a bell?
that sounds like a movie director. Oh, that's Soderbergh. Never mind.
I could be wrong too. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm sure we can look up stinky sodomized cheese or whatever it is next episode.
Some other time we'll do it. We won't
Yeah,
remember, so we don't have to worry about it.
exactly.
It's gone.
Okay. Hopefully everybody learned something awesome and had a good time.
I had a
Hopefully.
good time.
Well, that's all that really matters to me.
Excellent. Until next time,
Until next time.
peace out, know-it-alls.
Peace out, know-it-alls.
All right.
All right.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
We could talk about what I was mentioning earlier about Google's AI, how interesting that last 24 hours of coverage has been.
Tell us. I don't know what I didn't
Oh,
hear anything about it,
okay.
but I
All
would
right.
like to know.
Clay, are you aware of what was going on?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I
Oh,
did
okay.
you send a message? I
No, no,
didn't.
no. I didn't send a message about it. It's just been hilarious what's been going on. Apparently, Google had to shut down their AI because they were getting made fun of so badly by people using it. So I had to look up the name of what their AI is, but people were using it and trying to query the AI to give them a picture of white people. So it was like, blah blah blah. Show me a picture that represents Vikings, and it was like black dude and black woman. Latina woman, a Chinese woman. I mean, no white people at all. They're like, give me a picture of a knight from the medieval times, Black Knight. I mean, you couldn't get it to give you a white person, no matter what you queried.
So
It
that's
wouldn't
not
give you a
even
white person.
AI. That's like a pre-programmed response.
Exactly. And so people were doing all these crazy like search queries, doing anything they could, trying to get it to give them a white guy or even a white woman. Occasionally, it would give them a white woman, and what does it say? Show a inclusive family or whatever, and be black guy and white woman, and black
Jungle fever is what
couple.
they call that.
Yeah. Show us George Washington, and it showed him a black George Washington. I mean, they have all these pictures and all these pictures from all these quotes, and it was getting made so much fun of on Twitter, aka X, of people posting the searches that they've tried and the results that it got, that
Yeah.
Google basically shut it down, and they may be firing a bunch of people over this, but basically it was really showing how biased the AI was and how the programming is just completely off the charts insanity as far as like trying to manipulate people.
Super
Surprise.
fucked.
My
Yeah.
cell phone did try to get me to download the AI app. Like it was like, Josh, wouldn't you like this? And I was like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Swipe it out of the way.
Oh, my phone hasn't asked me anything weird lately.
Fuck.
That's disappointing.
Cyberdyne systems.
Well, I don't think I want my phone just asking me weird questions like, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a weird question, but just some random shit like, Charles, would you rather have uncontrolled anal leakage with a hard on? No, no. And why have you been watching my search history? Uh,
They're all watching
oh,
us.
I know. I
All,
know.
And
all of
listen.
them.